Welcome to The Pulse, where we delve deep into the issues and ideas that are shaping the future of education. I'm your host, Rick Cerncy, Superintendent of the Putnam County School District, and each week we'll be talking to teachers, administrators, and other experts in the field about the latest trends, best practices, and most pressing concerns in education. Whether you're a teacher, a parent, or just someone who cares about education, this podcast is for you. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into the pulse. Welcome to our podcast, and I'm very fortunate today to have with us the CTE Director for the Putnam County School District, Renee Hough. And Renee's a longtime friend of mine, been in the district for a long time. And Renee, just tell the viewers a little bit about yourself and about maybe your path to where you are now and some of the things that you're doing now. Then we'll talk a little more about CTE in Putnam County.
Okay, so this is my 31st year in the district. I did other careers before becoming an actual elementary school teacher and moved on to middle school, became a guidance counselor, and was very fortunate to be able to become an at-risk guidance counselor in the career ed department and fell in love with career education and adult ed, but career ed is my passion. So that's kind of where it brought me to what I do today.
Well, I know my experience with you over the last several years, you've brought our CTE department to a place I don't think we've ever been before, and you brought in a number of new programs. So just kind of generally speak about some of the programs that we have in our CTE programs across the district and maybe some of our newer ones. And just for the viewers who may not be familiar with CTE and what it stands for. So talk to us about the programming here in Putnam County.
Okay, yes, sir. CTE stands for Career and Technical Education. And back in the day, that's what they called vocational education when I was growing up. So now it's career education, and it's programs that help prepare students to be successful in their life or in their future if they don't want to go to college, or they do go to college and get a 2-year degree or a certificate program, and they're able to be successful and have a good job and provide for their family.
Well, and I know there's a big push now on, students going in that direction more so than probably ever, and that college is not for everyone. And a lot of the jobs that you're speaking of probably pay more than a lot of jobs or careers that students with a 4-year degree have. So what are some of the newer programs that we have in Putnam County that, maybe weren't here 8 or 10 years ago?
So over the last several years, in meeting with our business partners and the business community, there was a need for what they were calling the trades programs. So we have been able to add building construction technology at Interlochen Junior Senior High School, and this year we added building construction technology at Crescent City High School. We've enhanced our welding programs and also our automotive program. So, and we have advanced manufacturing that students can go out to Georgia Pacific or even to Seminole, and with their industry certification, be able to have a good job.
Mm-hmm. We've had a number of business partners approach you and me over the last several years because as their workforce is starting to retire or people leave, or they look for the school district to provide that quality workforce. So how can you describe our relationship with some of our business partners and kind of how we work with them to provide that quality workforce?
So, yes, sir, we work very hard to incorporate the business community within our different programs. We have advisory councils or advisory committees that we come together, and they help us to direct us in the areas that we need to go for industry and for our programs to be able to grow and build them. We have partnered recently, again, with HCA Hospital, and through them we have business, we have guest speakers that have come in from the different departments of the hospital each month, and they're working with our allied health program. Mm-hmm. We have automobile group, the BET group, has worked with us and building our automotive program at Palatka High School, and we have students that are working there. We were able to have an internship this past summer with the courthouse, with Matt Reynolds' department. So we have really worked hard as our department to be able to be in the community for them to be able to come in and help us and us help them.
You know, kind of a measuring stick, I think, that we use in CTE are the number of industry certifications that students earn. Can you give us an idea, maybe that you don't have to be specific, but kind of how those number of certifications have grown over the last few years?
Yes, sir. So we have been able to add certifications in automotive. The students that take the ASE certifications in the student level, they can pass 10 exams, and as well as the FADA. The state has added from 1 certification in welding to 4 now. So, and we have increased those and our allied health program with having a CNA as well as the CMAA. So we have increased our numbers by the teachers knowing what is to be offered for them and what the students need to do, and our students are passing the exams.
So I think, you know, with these certifications, it really provides these students or these graduates with high wage, high demand jobs.
Yes, sir. And we do go by the region, high skill, high wage, and the high demand jobs that we have to go for our Perkins funding, and we're able to get those students those kind of jobs by them having those certifications.
You know, we've talked about a lot. It's, you know, it's really kind of complicated to start a new CTE program. I mean, it takes an upfront investment. We've had a lot of our community partners really help us with some of those costs, but the real challenge is getting students interested in that, building that capacity where you can really have a full-fledged program. And those first couple of years might be a little trying, just getting kids involved, but once they start and you start turning out students, the funding mechanism really helps to sustain that. Can you talk to us about how that works?
So we have, we do get funding through FDE, and for our program 300, which is our career ed program courses. And we also, through the industry certifications, we get some funding that goes back into the program, as well as gives the teachers a little bit of a bonus. And we also have our Perkins funding that helps us to sustain and to help maintain the different programs, so that we're able to build on each program as students are in the programs and as they graduate.
So students that earn those industry certifications, that's kind of the lifeblood, if you will, for that program to sustain it, right?
Yes, it helps pay for those exams. The exams some are expensive, as well as paying for equipment for the program and different things that the teachers need.
Well, changing gears a little bit, I know this month is really special because this is CTE month,
Yes,
right?
it is, yes.
So I know there's a lot of celebration, a lot of recognition going on. So take a few minutes and talk to us about CTE month and what are some things happening in Putnam County to celebrate that?
Yes, sir. So February 1st started our CTE month, and we have a sign that is sponsored by Sign Gypsies, and it travels. Last week we were at the district, and Putnam County School District celebrates career and technical education. And the sign travels to each high school for the week. This week it's at Crescent City Junior Senior High School. And my department and my team, we sponsor a breakfast or a lunch for the teachers, as well as our business community have donated different gifts. And we're able to give gifts to our teachers. And we give them a little treat on Fridays. And so it's been really exciting to be able to spotlight our programs and our teachers. They put in a lot of hard work.
Well, I always try to make some of those lunches, and I think this Friday I'll be down at Crescent City Junior Senior High. Always a good excuse to eat, right? But also to celebrate our teachers and all the work they've done. So tell us, going forward, what are some, some goals you have and maybe your vision for the future for the CTE department in Putnam County?
So one of the things I'm real excited about and is working with the district and working with the architect with our new schools. So Crescent City Junior Senior High School will be our first school, and this week we've been working with the architect department and designing our what they call the dirty CTE. So we are designing the welding lab, the automotive lab, the construction lab, and our agri-science lab. And that is very exciting to me to be able to see and bring it to fruition and see that school open in 2025. And working with the teachers, they're excited, I'm excited, and buying the stuff that we need for our teachers. It's just been, in the last couple of days, it's just been very exciting. And, to see they're excited and then to work with those architects to see the actual schematics.
Building these new schools, I know we talk about that a lot, but, that's some stuff that we're putting things together now, like these programs and the buildings and all that will last for generations. And, we're touching many lives. Students that haven't even been born yet will benefit from this. So it is really, it really warms my heart to see all that because we are truly, changing the future, shaping the future of Putnam County. So as we wrap up today, anything you want our audience to know about CTE, some things that maybe they're not aware of, or anything that you're really proud of that you just want to share and make sure our audience knows about it?
Well, the one thing I'm really proud of is I have an amazing CTE team. It's not just me, it's a team of individuals that work tirelessly to make sure that we have what we need. And I'm very proud of my team and the accomplishments that we have done in the last several years. So those are things that we are proud of, and seeing where we're going with career education and making our community know what is going on in our schools. And that's one of the things that we pride ourselves on, is being able to get the news out there that we have career ed programs. And if anybody out there is a business owner and would love to come and help us, please call us at the district, and we would be glad to have you in an advisory board or whatever capacity that you're willing to do. We welcome.
Well said, and it is extremely vital that we have these working relationships with our business partners.
Yes, it is.
Because we work hand in hand. But another thing that's so important is we want to continue hiring the very best teachers. And I think we're very fortunate to have the ones we have. And what's really neat is to see students who go through our programs and eventually they return back and actually become teachers. And I know we have some examples of that. So, Renee, I can't tell you how proud I am of what you're doing with our CTE department and the lives that you touched and the number of kids who will have bright futures. Well, Bright Futures is another program, but I'm saying bright careers going forward just because of some of the programs we have. So
yes, sir. And I thank you for the opportunity to be able to lead the CTE department and being able to go forward with the vision and the things that we want to do within our district. You've always had that open mind that when I approached you as a principal at a school, yes, let's do it. So I'm very thankful for that.
Well, thank you, Renee. And can't tell you how proud I am of you, and hope you be around for a long time and continue to improve our CTE. So, and that's it. And we'll see you at our next podcast.